Bullshit. All right, or even if you read the book of Machiavelli, or you read any book, you should start reading about Cesare Borgia. They took this is Cesare. Take away the horns. That's Cesare.
Okay.
This man was real.
Okay.
They took his face. Get Maccabee.
And place it with some type of. I heard it was a homosexual.
Listen to me. He was, but listen to me, brother. He was a homosexual. He was incestuous, and he was a murderer. So they took the worst man that they could find, and they took his image.
Him and King James basically
No.
the same thing.
No. King James was a righteous man, extremely righteous man. You've been lied. You've been learned. He was not a King James. No, that's a lie. That was a lie to try to discredit him. King James had 9 children with 4 different wives. All right. So how is he a homosexual? Come on, man. All right. And matter of fact, and then in the King James Bible, it tells you that for the people like that to be put to death. If he was a homosexual, he would have omitted all those scriptures. All right. So you, but you gotta listen to me, brother. All that stems from him. All right, read that Maccabees.
It's the book of First Maccabees.
Matter of fact, get the one in Wisdom of Solomon first. Hold that. All right, because they did this in the ancient world, and then they did it again in the Renaissance. So we're gonna get both accounts. The Bible told you this. The Bible on point. It told you this thousands of years, hundreds of years before it happened. All right, go ahead, brother.
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 14, it says, "For by vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore they shall come shortly to an end." Verse 15, "For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, he hath made an image of his child soon taken away."
And that was Rodrigo Borgia, because Cesare Borgia died young. He was like about the same age as the Lord, around 32, 33. He died young, all right? But he was full of disease.
So you're telling me, because a lot of people believe that the Mary, Joseph, and Jesus story was created.
Nah, that's a lie. That was true. All right, and Joseph is the father.
I heard from this brother whose name he has a doctorate in theology. His name is Dr. Ray Hagan. You ever heard that, brother?
I have, but you know what? We got to stay on point. Because this information, what I'm about to share with you, you need to hear. You need to hear this, brother. You must need. Go ahead, brother.
Continue on. It says, "When he had made an image of his child soon taken away."
So that was Rodrigo Borgia. His son died, and he had an image of this man created. And this false image, a whole doctrine came with it. All right, a whole doctrine, and that's Christianity came with this fake image, and that's what your thought process is. That's why you're saying what you're saying about King James, because you don't know. Go ahead.
It says, "Now honored him as a god."
So now he been honored as a god. All right, go ahead.
Which was then a dead man.
He was dead. All right, when they glorified his image. Go ahead.
And delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus, in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law.
And so that ungodly custom is when they made all them crosses and put his image on it.
Which is actually, and this is what I understand about that. Also, it represents the 7 genitals of any man of color who has the ability to eliminate the white male genetically.
That's on a whole nother level, because everybody that's look, everybody's skin folk ain't kin folk. There's different there's different forms of dark people.
I agree.
So there's a chosen line, and they ain't got nothing to do with the other dark races. So it ain't about that. It's about seed line. But continue. Yeah. So because what you're doing is you're mixing African paganism with the Bible. And guess what? Africans ain't the chosen people of the Lord. The Israelites are. And the Israelites are the dark.
It wasn't that book, because it's a lot of wisdom in it, so I'm Proverbs especially. But don't you feel that when we went through when they rewrote it, those various people that put information together with it, don't you feel that we have to question a lot of it?
This true. That's why we sharing with you what we sharing with you right now.
Okay.
It all roots back to what we. It's all rooting back to what we're sharing with you at this moment. I'm just breaking it down so you can hear it and understand it. Go ahead.
This Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 16. Thus, in the process of time, an ungodly custom was grown, was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
And so, by the commandments of kings, once the white people got back into power during the Renaissance, by the commandments of kings, of course, by the commandments of kings, that's how you got this.
Okay.
And then go ahead.
Verse 17, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off, they took the counterfeit of his visage.
So they took a counterfeit visage of the Lord and this counterfeit visage this counterfeit image, this visage has been promoted to the world now. All right. So this counterfeit image has been broadcast to the world. Go ahead. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Go ahead.
They took the counterfeit of his visage from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored to the end that by this their foreignness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present.
There you go, man. So they took a false image and pushed it to the whole world and made the people believe that this is the Lord, and the Lord was from the tribe of Judah, and that and basically what's that saying in a nutshell was that the Lord was white, the people of the Lord were white, and that's a lie. The people of the Lord look like you. Matter of fact, you are of them. But go ahead and grab yours, brother.
This is the book of first.
And they did it, they also did it way back in the Greek captivity. So that was the second time they did it. And the second time they did it, that's when this image was created. All right, but go ahead. Yeah.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. And they opened the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their image.
So the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their images. Go ahead.
Exactly.
They opened the book of the law, which is the Bible, and they put up their faces, his face.
But what's up with the Greeks and the Italians? Because we're talking about the Greeks and the Italians, the Roman Catholic and the...
Well, but you got to understand, there was a time when our people were referred to as Greeks. But see, that's why people have a misunderstanding of the Bible, because the Greek captivity is not spoken about. What they talk about in the Bible in the churches, they'll talk about the Babylonian captivity, which is the melanated people. The Assyrian captivity was the melanated people, and then they skip by the Greek captivity and they go straight to the Romans.
Oh, okay.
So so what they don't tell you is the 400-year period when people like you were referred to as Greek.
That's right. Okay.
All right. That's why we got Greeks today, the Greek fraternities.
That's right. Right.
Because they became Greeks. All right. And so
Greek is not a nationality, right?
It is, but it isn't. All right. What I'm trying to tell you is that there was a certain period of time when our people were referred to as Greeks. So when they get to the Bible and it says there's no difference between the Greeks and the Jews, and we know that the Jews, the so-called black people, the reason why there was no difference between them is because for 400 years, many of our people were so
Discombobulated.
Yes. Go ahead, bring what you got.
This
brother.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41, moreover King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all shall be one people, and everyone shall leave his laws.
And Antiochus was a so-called white man, and our people were being ruled over. And that's what they were telling to the so-called black Jews and Benjamites and Levites at the time. All right, go ahead.
And everyone shall leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites.
So all the heathen. So there were plenty other. So basically, the Grecian kingdom was just like being in Chicago.
Okay.
Well, so what that means, you had Africans there, you had Arabs there, you had Indians there, white people. Everybody was there.
Yep.
All right. But we're specifically talking about the Jews now, our people. Go ahead.
Verse 43, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion,
Right.
and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
So our people started following the Grecian ways. So when Paul and the disciples and the Lord came on the scene, they were coming back to bring our people back out of that Grecian mindset. You understand? And so you had the Jews that knew that they were Jews, and then you had the ones in the Grecian captivity who for 400 years been calling themselves by Grecian names, practicing Grecian ways. Matter of fact, your hairstyle is a Grecian hairstyle. We're not supposed to do that. We're full of tattoos and all that stuff.
Okay.
We still got Grecian ways in us.
Okay.
All right? And so our people were following those ways, and he came back to let them know, no, you're not Greeks, you're Israelites. All right, go ahead.
Verse 44, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they shall follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they shall profane the Sabbath and festival days.
Right, so we no longer follow our law, statutes, and commandments. The Bible.
Brother, I thank you for your message. My baby want to get home.
Okay.
Hey, but I thank you all so much. You all have a very nice evening.
All right, Shalom,
Have a good
brother.
one, man.
Hey, but hey, know you're an Israelite, man. Grow your beard, brother. She got a phone call. Yeah, something was going on with her. I do like the way he shut her down.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yes. I did too.
And you know what? And she didn't buck up.
Yep.
She shut down.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, she didn't buck up. She shut down.
And he brought up the conversation we were preaching about. The
Yeah.
whole,
We was just talking.
yeah, we was just talking about that.
And did we not say how often when we start going into a subject matter, the Lord will bring,
Yep.
you know, He brings an example so that we may edify,
That's right.
and break down the points.
That's right.
All right. Do you brothers got anything else? Go ahead, brother. 'Cause we want to wrap it up.
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked.
That's how we start. Pretty much. Go ahead, brother.